George Kessler's weather is certified by the American Meteorological Society.
We were just talking about our weekend chores, and I have to do some painting out of doors, and you're saying?
I don't know. I mean, painting, it's a really odd forecast. I'll be straight with you. It's a tough one because we have about 3 or 4 different fronts intersecting over the region. Like today's a perfect example. Today, in theory, is supposed to be rather cool, the breeze off the lake, and I think anybody who spent any time outside would realize that it's not cool out there. What happened is that another storm system picked up a little speed crossing Canada, and it grabbed a hold of the front, turned our cold front into a warm front again, which I hate it when that happens, and changed our weather entirely. Winds are out of the southwest at 13. Pressure is quite low, 29.81. Humidity 44%. The dew points are not tremendously high, so it hasn't been that uncomfortable out there. It's certainly been warm, don't get me wrong. Up to the north, this is where the front was. It was coming through last night, made it to about Hibbing. They were nice and cool this morning. Now, winds going around a low pressure area are counterclockwise. They go this way. Around high pressure, they go this way. Yesterday afternoon, the winds this way pushing the front down toward us. But that area of high pressure really lost its energy, and as the storm system out to our west gained some, it took that front and began to pull it right back to the north. So you have this little band of cooler temperatures here, but look how hot that is. 101 degrees down in Pierre. They have baked all summer, and they continue to fricassee 93 over in Marshall. Take a look, numbers around the continent. We have several large number of players. 50s occupy a pretty good chunk of Canada. Some 40s, though, showing up here and there. That's underneath the cloud cover. It's raining there. And then 80s dominate most of the United States. A few 90s to the south and 90s and even 100s along the Missouri River. And right in the middle, that band. I like how those colors look, by the way, but this pretty little band of colors are right there. Well, sure enough, that's what the front is, and it's been waiting all afternoon. Satellite picture in motion. If you look very closely, and you are going to have to look very closely to spot it, this is the front right there, that little gray line. See it come down, and then now you see it being pulled back to the north up towards Thunder Bay. It's an interesting setup. That's a weak front. Really doesn't have much to it. But up here to the north, this is much more powerful. You see the front coming down through Montana, then you have the center of energy there in southern Saskatchewan. This storm system, as it moves on off to the east, is going to drag that front through. Part of our area tomorrow may be under the gun for some very heavy showers and thunderstorms. If the front sags to the south a little bit, International Falls and Fort Francis, you could be in for a very cold rain. Again, a lot of stuff in the forecast. Down to our south, here's that tropical depression. We showed it to you yesterday. Not much to it. It's intense, but it's not very large, which is good news for our friends down in Louisiana. They got beaten up rather badly by Tropical Storm Francis. We can show you some of the damage down there. In Galveston Island in Texas, they did $250 million plus worth of damage from a system that was not even rated as a hurricane. It was only a tropical storm, but it was still capable of doing $250 million worth of damage. Now, Galveston is starting to get a little bit back to normal, but if this next system starts to jog to the north like it looks like it's going to, they could be experiencing the same conditions all over again. All right, let's get out there into the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Just a quick look. This is that hurricane that's out there. It's pronounced George. I'll tell you more about it at 6, how I finally got that one driven into my skull. It's unfortunately getting much stronger, and it's getting closer to land. There are hurricane watches now up in the Leeward Islands, and that could be a dangerous system. We're now going to have to watch that one very carefully. Winds could go as high as 120 miles an hour or even more. Radar picture, quiet so far. A few light showers in the Arrowhead, but this is the area that we have to watch because by tomorrow afternoon, thunderstorms out in front underneath the warm front. To the north of that, scattered very cool showers, and certainly by the time Sunday gets here, it's going to be cool everywhere. For tonight, we'll leave the cool for a little while. It'll stay mild across most of the region, except for perhaps the little region right along the Canadian border. Then you could see temperatures dropping down to the upper 40s. For tomorrow, watch out for storms much cooler to the north. Could be warm and steamy in Ino. The thunderstorms may get on the frisky side. We'll have more on the forecast at 6, plus the 5-day. And, of course, Super Dave will be watching those storms intently tomorrow.
Sure. And we could probably use some more rain, right?
Yeah, the lawn is finally green after being crunchy all summer.
All right. Thanks, George.
Yep.
Well, still to come on News 6 Live at 5. Overexposure to the sun is bad for your skin, but there are ways to keep a healthy glow. We'll show you how.
And later, when does your love for football turn into an obsession? We'll show you coming up.
They travel from all over, hoping to make back pain a distant memory. They're on a pilgrimage to the natural spring because the factory has authorized discounts on all Boyd natural spring mattresses. The contouring support of a flotation mattress with the look of a conventional innerspring. The patented fluid suspension and lumbar support make it the most comfortable bed ever. That's why there's a money-back guarantee and a lifetime warranty. Hurry in today.
The comfort of Boyd, only at Home Furniture. Save on hundreds of pre-hung entry doors from Mastercraft only at Menards. A designer brass steel entry door is $184. The Mastercraft oak and steel door has an exterior that never needs painting with a natural oak interior, $575. Or custom order an oak entry door, pre-hung, ready to install. Choose from 3 styles, $467. Get more door for the money with Mastercraft only at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
NBC Monday, the Susan and Caroline Cliffhanger Answers. Susan and Jack lock lips. Premiere week, they lose balance. Will they take it slow and do it right?
There is something to be said for doing it quickly and badly.
Will their sexual tension be contagious? And Caroline and Richard together at last. Their true feelings exposed.
Oh, hello.
But look, there are too many people in the room. The Susan and Caroline season premieres NBC Monday.
Well, we all know that the sun at any time of the year may be your skin's worst enemy, but it holds other dangers for your epidermis as well.
Dangers that can be prevented. Barbara Riles joins us with tonight's Consumer Watch.
Sun is bad for skin. We all know how to protect ourselves from ultraviolet rays. But what about pollution, smog, chlorine, and salt water? The summer environment can be very damaging, but there are ways to protect your skin's healthy glow. You know this is bad for you, but if you must catch rays, at least make sure you take your vitamins.
What it is in vitamin A, C, and E is they are antioxidants. The sun, smog, pollution release free radicals. The free radicals damage our cells, and these vitamins help to prevent that damage.
Besides vitamin A, C, and E, Dr. Murad says green tea and grapeseed extract are antioxidants and therefore good for your skin. And then there are some seemingly bizarre things that do help. Skincare specialist Marianne Chiquette swears by shark liver and bone marrow oils.
The oil, it has the same similarity as the oil in the skin and will replenish the oil naturally found in the skin.
Chiquette also advocates looking in your refrigerator for a good cleanser. She suggests mixing apple juice and milk for a cleanser and toner. Skin experts also recommend daily exfoliation.
These scrubs will remove that dead layer of skin off of your face every day, get out the surface dirt so your skin isn't clogged with either sunscreen ingredients, dirt, chlorine, which will dry your skin.
And you can also use a refreshing facial mister. You can buy them in drugstores, but mineral water works just as well. An even more simple suggestion is to drink lots of water. That's a tip from some of the nation's top models, as well as advice from your doctor. Michelle?
Something we always forget is to drink that water. It's always a nice reminder.
Yep.
Okay, thanks, Barbara. The sun can be hard on your face if you don't follow some of these suggestions.
And we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Russ Feingold. Some things have changed since I became Wisconsin Senator in '92, and some things haven't. I've kept my promise to spend the majority of my time here in Wisconsin. That was one of the pledges in my garage door back when I first ran for the U.S. Senate. I've also kept my promise to hold a town meeting in all 72 counties every year. So at least once every 12 months, you can talk to me directly about whatever you want in your own home county without an appointment and without making a campaign contribution. I've done what I said I would. I've returned this U.S. Senate seat to the people of Wisconsin. During the past 6 years, I've logged over 50,000 miles by van. That's twice around the world, but all in Wisconsin. It's not unusual for elected officials to talk to some voters to see things from their perspective. But I've listened to literally tens of thousands of you from all walks of life. Your ideas help me battle the powerful moneyed interests in Washington and fight for what Wisconsin families care about. I've heard time and time again that the people of our state want me to focus on our environment and to preserve our fishing and hunting. I've learned that Wisconsin moms and dads want to have smaller class sizes for their kids. I've learned that folks here want to protect Social Security, not just for themselves, but for their children and grandchildren too. And I've learned that when you're on the road, it's best not to let things go to the last minute. Well, that's 432 listening sessions I've done, and I'm ready to do it all again so that I can continue to represent Wisconsin people not Washington money.
Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to Sheboygan?
Sure, let's see. You're here, and what you want to do is go up here and take a right and then go north on...
Rehire U.S. Senator Russ Feingold. He knows Wisconsin like the back of his hand.
How far is too far when showing your spirit for your favorite sports team?
You'll be surprised how far a Tennessee Volunteers fan goes to show his big orange spirit. A fan from Knoxville painted himself orange, but that's not all. He jumped into a gator-infested pool. Fans gathered to see him wrestle a 5-foot alligator just to show his love for Tennessee football. The gator's mouth was closed with a rubber band, but he still took the chance anyway, all to symbolize the Saturday matchup between the Florida Gators and the Tennessee Volunteers. Good thing that rubber band didn't snap. It would have gotten ugly.
Maybe it should have.
I was going to say, you know, this takes a bold fellow to get in there with a completely harmless creature. And for his next thing, he wrestles butterflies.
Ooh, I like that.
It's like go to the local Wild Kingdom and see Marlin in there.
Ugly.
I'm in here with this dangerous African butterfly. While Jim is out there messing around with the anaconda. Jim, stop playing. My dad used to point that out. He got a huge kick out of that show. Anyway, awkward segue. Tonight, staying mild. Temperatures in the upper 50s to around 60 degrees. It's going to be very warm out there. I'll tell you, this is an odd forecast coming up for the weekend. Way up to the north, it's going to be quite cool tomorrow with persistent rain possible around Fort Francis, International Falls, North Home. Down to the south, a little heat, a little humidity could lead to some strong afternoon thunderstorms. Best advice, keep it tuned to News 6. We'll give you the very latest as it becomes available, but no problems for tonight.
Okay, thank you, George. Coming up tonight on News 6 at 6. Bob Dylan fans young and old are gearing up for the musician's first home performance in decades. We'll show you how his music is bridging the generation gap.
And how does a pig's spleen help forecast the weather? Well, find out in a special report from the Farmer's Almanac. And Sammy Sosa was at the plate today again in baseball. Tom Hansen will tell us if he hit number 64 tonight at 6.
Coming up next on the NBC Nightly News, though.
A partisan line decision regarding the release of the president's grand jury testimony. Tom Brokaw will have a full report next.
We'll see you back here tonight at 6 o'clock.
Good night.